They just, Norton brought it back for some
Thanks.
reason.
Thanks. I was missing it.
I know, right? Just to remind you of all of it, right? And I don't know why they brought it back. I don't think it's gonna stay very long. I don't know if it's like high important people like Joint Commission or someone's coming in. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't think it's gonna last long though. But we
His
just
dad just had it last week.
I haven't been around him, so.
No.
honestly no. I think because a lot of people are vaccinated, the rules are just so different, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, our family doctor had it last week too, and you know she's vaccinated to the nines.
Yeah.
I've only got one. I'm just kind of. I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. I'm just
No.
scared.
That's all right. A lot of people are. Yeah. I think I use that one. Some more fills today. And I can't remember. Tell me, we don't. Do you need to keep it? Oh, we did this delay. Sorry, I was like thinking about treatments, but you don't. You obviously already went through all your treatments.
Yeah. I'm getting
I
back.
think it's one of those. It's
Got
coming
a
in
bald
soft.
spot right there though. I don't
Isn't
know
that
what that is.
Maybe that's always there. Maybe you gotta
Cover
as a
it.
kid.
Probably because I pick on it a lot. I'm always like,
Probably the most you've seen your hair this authentic in a while.
this
right?
is, yes, I
Probably
haven't.
for anyone if they get their hair cut and they'll get your chemo.
And I don't think my hair was this dark, but I can't say for sure because I've been dyeing my hair since I was in high school.
And I can tell, you know, I think it just gets darker as we get older. Because mine definitely is. Like my hair is just darker. It's not near as blonde as it used to be. Even though I do dye it, it just
Yeah.
doesn't stay as well. Or I don't get grays. I just get darker.
I get the gray. I've had gray since I was probably 17.
Oh, really? That's in now, you know? That's the thing now. Gray hair, right?
Got this free. Well, not free.
And then people do the purple shampoos to help, you know, tone
Mhm.
the color, right?
Yeah, my
I tried
sister.
that last night.
You used some purple shampoo last night?
No, I was just kidding.
I was gonna say, Tabitha, my sister, I think she's got gray now, silver.
She got gray. They got that silver.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead, babe.
Only happens, I'll just say it, mainly when I'm shaving.
Okay.
But it did happen today. What did I tell you I was doing?
Washing your hands.
I was doing something when I was washing my hands, but it's like when I'm reaching and grabbing, like it's right there. It feels like something kinks up or something.
Okay.
And if I go and lay on my bed just flat, I can feel it pop out.
So yeah. So could be.
And
It could be two things I'm thinking of. Go ahead. Finish what you're thinking.
I think it's just where it's just partially deflated, maybe something's pinching or something.
Yeah. So it's got some fluid in there, right? And kind of like if you feel this, like you feel like it's kind of like
Yeah.
popping around a little bit. So it's got a little bit of fluid in there, but it's not that full in general. So it probably you kind of felt like
Kinks
popping.
it or something?
Yeah. It moves a little bit and stuff. It also could maybe be a tab. You know, because these 5 tabs are sewn down
Okay.
to your chest wall. So sometimes if you're like, I feel pain right here, like you can pinpoint it,
Yeah.
that could be the tab pulling, you
Might
know,
be. But
on the muscle of chest wall.
right there is where it is. There's a little bubble there.
And I think sometimes too, the way people sit, sometimes this tab might shift or move and go back behind and then maybe
That's
flop
what-
forward or something
That's
too.
what I was telling him. It felt like something got caught. And then when I laid down, it was just like, it felt like a little.
Yeah, and so it could be the tab as well too. But nothing that's alarming or anything.
No.
It's just a pain because you gotta
Well,
do,
I mean,
you
I've
know.
got another solution for the pain.
Yeah, nothing major, nothing like, no big problems or anything like that. It's
No.
just, but you still might have them for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not comfortable
Usually
by
they get,
any means.
it gets a little bit better, you know, as you get a little away from surgery and not so raw
Yeah.
on the inside a little bit with it.
And I told him I was wondering if maybe when it fills up a little more, it won't.
And some people do, yeah, because some people say once it fills a little bit better too. Like it, you know, especially sometimes there can be pressure points as it's not quite filled. Like, you know, some of these
Yeah.
creases can make like little pressure points and cause some. And then with the fills, sometimes that helps with that. So it just depends. But I think it can only get better.
Yeah.
Now watch
told
me
him,
say
I
that.
was like, I'm gonna tell her. I was like, but I feel like it's just one of those things I'm gonna have to be careful
But that's okay, you know, better safe than sorry, and it's just nice to know, because sometimes then you're like, okay, well, now I'm not just sitting in my mind just like imagining what's happening on the inside, you know,
Yeah.
because and again, I mean, I don't quite always know either, but it's something probably along those lines where either the expander's like, because it's just a little inflated, you know, it's like it is a silicone bag basically, you know, like those reusable silicone bags they have now, that's all the rage. That's like exactly what you have inside of you basically, because it's a silicone shell, you know,
Yeah.
and it just, when it's not filled all the way, it just kind of pops in and out, and people can feel that. So yeah, but you look so much better already. Like it's already, you know, smoothing out and filling out. I'm looking better.
Yeah, I kind of got that stuff off of that one.
Oh yeah, the port. I know that glue can
And I
become
was like, ooh, that looks really good.
yeah.
That looks better than it did.
That does look good. I mean, it's just that spot's a hard spot to heal because it's a lot of tension sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And some places on our body just don't scar and heal very well. Like the back is horrible. You can sew it perfectly, but because it stretches a lot, or you stretch or move it,
Every movement you make.
the scars never look great ever. You know, it's just you can't ever get it that great. And the ports are hard like that too. A lot of ports don't scar very well. They just don't for some reason.
Yeah.
So when they do, it's great because they're just tricky.
I think this looks really good.
Yeah, you feel a few bumps like scar tissue underneath,
Mm-hmm.
but that'll go away and smooth out.
That's what I told him. I said, it looks bumpy. I said, but it don't look bumpy.
It's just scar tissue under there, you know, and so yeah.
That's how this right here is real hard.
Yeah, and
Where
that's
those are.
that's bumpy, but part of it's the glue too.
Yeah.
So that'll smooth out, and then again with expansion, that'll all smooth out again too. You guys got plans this weekend? Super Bowl plans?
My sister's coming the next 2 weekends, so
Oh, nice. Okay. Where's she coming from?
Georgia.
Oh, okay.
She's an accountant. And it's Atlanta, but it's kind of like Louisville. They got different.
Oh yeah, because it's so big. You got
Yeah.
pockets in there, especially Atlanta.
They're going somewhere in Pennsylvania. I can't remember where, but my nephew wants to go somewhere, and it's his birthday, so they're taking him
Oh, okay. So gonna make a stop by here then? Is that what they're gonna do?
on the way through both
Oh.
ways.
Nice.
So it works out. We get to visit, and
That'll be nice.
yeah. I
I'm
haven't
assuming they're
seen
driving
her.
then.
Yeah. I haven't seen her since Miles was 3 years.
New Year's Eve day or whatever.
Her birthday's New Year's Day, so we
Aw.
rented a cabin in Kentucky one year and just met while the kids were all out of school and stuff.
And it rained the whole time.
Yeah. Our last 2 vacations have been total rain. I told him, when this is done, I'm getting a cute bathing suit and going to the beach.
Should.
Because I was just getting at that age where they were like, I was like, I really wanted a breast lift, not this way, but
Yeah, no.
That's what you asked for.
yeah.
I know. Well, big breast, man, a lot comes with it. And then, you know, if you have kids, then
Oh yeah, I
That changes your
breastfeed
body.
2 of them, and that was,
you know,
I mean, it was good for them, but
yeah,
so
and
right.
even if you don't breastfeed, just the fullness that of the milk in general. Because I was talking to Thornton about it. You know, I was like, you know, because implants, if you people get cosmetic implants, you know, that over time that just compresses your tissue. So if they were to take those implants out, you know,
be like,
you get a lot of skin and
like
a lot
when
of
people lose a lot of weight.
yeah, all that stretching and compression, you know, it does a number on them. And so, you know, that's why I'm like, I was talking to him when I was breastfeeding, and I was like, so I didn't like to be at all, like, let myself get, like, engorged or anything, because I was so scared that that was the reason why, you know, it might make my breast really deflated looking afterwards or something, because,
Yeah.
like, he's like, I don't know, he's like, they don't talk about it. He's like, but it makes sense. He's like, but I'm not sure. I was like, I won't let it happen. Plus, I don't think anyone enjoys the feeling when they get like that, you know.
It hurts.
It feels like they're gonna explode.
My daughter got the, is it called massage? Where you get the
Massage,
infection?
yeah.
And after that, her milk dried up.
Yeah, maybe antibiotics. And sorry, I don't know if I don't think I explained what I'm doing. So I took the needle out of the expander, but it's under your skin still.
Okay.
So it's in that space where the drain was. And since we pulled the drain last week, there's just a little bit of that seroma that built back up. So I'm just pulling that out because it makes a nice environment for bacteria.
Okay.
So we kind of just don't want that. But it's no big deal. It's just something we do. That's why I'm kind
It
of
was
mashing on
weird,
you a little bit.
Last week when I got home, the one on this side fell off and like a bunch of liquid just came. I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. It does. It's oozy, but then it'll scab up really quickly.
Yeah.
Like the next day, you're like, oh, hell, there's a scab already there. So, just a little bit. Not much, though.
Still better than wearing those drain.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and then leaving those in comes with its own problems. Like some plastic surgeons, and I say some, but there's a lot of plastic surgeons that are very, like, anal about their drains. Like, they'll keep them in, like, 6 weeks. I mean, like, they're intense about it. Like, they refuse to have any seroma, and I get it. Seroma's not the best, you know. Sometimes it makes a better environment for bacteria. It can make a lot of other kind of problems, too, sometimes, but 6 weeks,
After
that's a lot.
week of them being in, it starts getting real sore. And
Yeah, and then you have higher risk for infection. So then they'll put patients on antibiotics for that long. And it's like, that's a long time for antibiotics, you know?
yeah.
So, you know, he's a lot more
Be
you know,
lucky if they can
realistic about,
get antibiotics.
yeah. And then you worry about giving them C. diff and all these things. So it's just, yeah. But some of the plastic surgeons, they're intense about it for some reason. You should see, I go to these conferences sometimes and I watch them. They're all kind of type A anyways. You know, like, I see them, they're like straightening out the tablecloths and, you know that their closet is like, if it's not perfectly
Color
organized.
coded.
Yeah. Because that's just the personality type
Yeah.
in the field.
I mean, we're lucky for it, but
Yeah. Someone's got to do it, I guess, right?
yeah. That's one of my old bosses. Our friend owned a sanitation company, and he was like, you wouldn't believe how clean his trash cans are. He's like, that's not even a trash can. I was like, well, I guess his wife's probably happy that
The trash is clean.
everything's clean.
Yeah, you're starting to get up in good shape now.
The first one was like, whoa,
Yeah, you can see a little bit.
up against my spine anymore.
Oh, like the tightness or not feeling so tight.
Yeah. It still feels like I have a bra on all the time though. A tight bra.
Yeah, and it probably will feel like that with the expander. Now, I think a lot of that goes away, but I think it's still a new normal with the implants. You know, it's not like, I think it's completely gone with the implants. But I don't know, it's very person dependent, you know, I think too, but I know it gets better. To the point where people don't bring it up really anymore, so at some point it does. But the expanders are tight, you know, the rocks always, you know, they're never comfy. Now I'm going to pull, there might be some seroma or fluid in there too, so give me a second, I'll pull this needle out and see if I can aspirate any of that fluid out, if there's any.
Well, everybody's telling me I got the dream team for
Oh, really?
breast reconstruction.
Some people put me. When you do things a lot, though, we're kind of a one-trick pony, though.
Yeah.
That's really all we do.
Probably stay busy. I didn't realize.
Oh, man. that's okay. It's just a thin spot, so it pops out. But I wasn't easily getting anything. So I'll just leave it because I
This
don't
one
feel-
did a lot better than this one.
drain wise.
The bulge.
And I just don't feel any obvious a whole bunch of fluid. So I'll try again next time. But yeah, it's alright. Sometimes when it's thin and it quickly can easily pop out of that skin. I'll get it next time. Because I hate to poke you again because I don't know if there's that much anyways I would have gotten.
Okay.
There's only like 10 over there anyway, so I don't feel much. That looks good. Oh, looks good, babe. There you go.
On our way.
We're planning to just see you next week. Do it all over again.
Well, I don't have any plans.
What do you got plans for?
You gotta see your oncologist on
Tuesday.
Valentine's Day, 'cause nothing says love like an oncologist appointment.
Well, who's the physician you're seeing?
Glisten.
Listen,
Oh, Glisten. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't. I thought he. I guess maybe I'm getting him confused with someone else. I thought he left or retired or something. Why did that?
He works
I guess
in
not, you get-
Madison part of the time, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, my neighbor's daughter, she's a little bit ahead of me, and she was gonna go to Texas
Oh, wow.
to I guess Anderson, the big
Okay. Yeah.
oncologist
Yeah.
there, and
For just the chemo or for
for cancer treatment.
just for all of it?
Yeah.
Reconstruction, everything. Okay.
And then her mom said, "Well, I heard about this doctor. Why don't you try him?" And I told him, I was like, "She did all that research, and she's gonna go to him instead of going to Texas. I'll just go to him."
Yeah. I know. 'Cause
So we ended
sometimes-
up with Glisten.
Yeah. Sometimes people want to. I get it. You do want the best treatment, obviously. Anyone does. But sometimes it's not always any different, maybe.
Yeah, that's what
It depends. Sometimes it
Well-
is, sometimes it isn't, you know.
she has. The BRCA, and I don't have that. So I guess
Mhm.
she was, her grandmother had passed away
Have a
from
little
it.
bit more aggressive cancer or something.
Yeah, so it's in her genes, and it's not in my genes. But I can't believe, I guess I can, but after I made like a little Facebook group for my family to tell them, and I couldn't believe all the women. It was like, oh yeah, I had breast cancer, I had breast cancer.
1 in 8 women.
It's
Now,
crazy.
what's even funnier is 1 in 7 men will get prostate cancer. Now, granted, it's not near as deadly,
Mm-hmm.
and it usually just happens over time because you have prostates. They just kind of get wonky as you get older. It's
Mm-hmm.
usually in their 70s. But yeah, 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer in their lifetime.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of it's hormones. It's
All
you know,
mine's all hormones.
yeah, it doesn't really necessarily cause it, but it feeds it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all those fluctuations and everything, things start changing, mutating in there easily. So,
Yeah, he was like, are you a beer drinker?
who said that?
My oncologist.
Oh, really?
And I used to drink beer quite a bit, but just for a few years when we first met, because I just got single after so many years. But did you know that the hops has
estrogen.
estrogen in it?
Really? I didn't know
He's
that.
like, you should probably stick to wine. I was like, That's pretty crazy.
things you don't think
All
about,
kinds
right?
of Stuff.
I know that.
Tofu.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's got a little bit. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think of. Usually, like the tofu and the soy, they'll say like you gotta have a lot of it to really get the effects of it. But yeah, I guess I didn't think about the hops or anything. But usually, I guess if you have a hormone cancer, you want to be as safe as you can. I guess
Yeah.
like,
He told me, he's like, if you had to have it, this is the best kind you could have had. So,
Thank you.
like, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, he means it in a nice way, I guess. It's okay.
I don't feel better, but okay.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Well, Tuesday will probably be too early. I'd like to get both of those of these things done if I can.